Excuse me.
Did you sign her, let me get around.
What you making?
Big damn sign.
I am making a big damn sign.
You know what? We need to make a big damn sign
Yeah.
and put it on the big damn bridge.
We got a sign that's got our web address on it. I've also got stencils made up so I can put on we've got a radio show on KABF, the local radio.
Yep.
Here every Tuesday at 10 to noon, and I'm going to make a sign up for that, telling people about that. Occupy Radio.
Very cool.
So, just so people can get contact with us and talk to us. Because we're trying to get people educated. That's what it's all about.
And you vary the conversations on the radio show?
Oh, yes.
Is it just general conversation, or do we have specifics?
No, we normally stick pretty close to what Occupy is all about. We have done NDAA. We've done the Patriot Act. We've done Glass-Steagall. We've done Citizens United. And then one local issue that Occupy Little Rock's been working on.
That's the Watershed.
That's the Watershed issue, right.
What's going on with the Watershed?
Well, there's a big company that's owned by Murphy Oil that has bought up 12,000 acres of the 88,000 acre watershed where 400,000 people here get their drinking water from. And they want to build 39,000 homes in that area. And the lake, if they do that with a runoff from where they're going to build it, the type of soil it is going to kill the lake that we get our drinking water from. Little Rock has in the top 10 every year of the cleanest drinking water in the nation. And they're saying, oh, it's so clean that we don't have to worry about it. We can put a lot of stuff into it. Well, it's not true, because that lake is relatively shallow impoundment, and if they put a lot of sediment in it, the lake's going to die, and we're going to have to build a 200-mile tunnel someplace to get our drinking water from.
So what's going on with that specifically right now?
Right now, the guy that is kind of the decision maker in the county, Judge Buddy Valines, I got up and talked in front of the quorum court, and they tabled the issue because I was telling them things that they had never been told, and they tabled it. And the judge has been having closed-door sessions with the developer, Delta Timber, and real estate agents about how they can fix the wording in it so it's more palatable to people. They're not going to change how many houses they're going to build. They're not going to change anything like that. It's just they're trying to come up with a way to gloss it up and put some lipstick on the pig.
That ain't right.
No. Especially closed doors. We're supposed to be a representative government. They're supposed to be representing everybody, not one business. And what's got Occupy Little Rock up in arms, besides the drinking water, is the taxpayers of the county are having to pay to run pipeline out to where this is going. They have to pay for the water filtration system. They have to pay for the sewer treatment that's going to be going in because of all that building. Why do we as taxpayers have to subsidize this great big company, a subsidiary of Murphy Oil, whose lobbyists come from the Koch brothers? Why do we have to pay and subsidize? Corporate welfare is all it is. And why should we pay so we can get terrible drinking water?
You're right.
Can I ask you one question?
You can.
What do you think that's going to do to the price of your water bill once you're relying on some corporation for your water?
Well, it's not the corporation. They're not going to run it. Central Arkansas Water is going to run it.
So the state's going to run it.
The county water board runs it, has run it, always will. What's going to happen is if they build this, the water quality is going to go down so much, we're going to have to build a multi-million-dollar water treatment facility to get it cleaned up enough where we can drink it. So
that's going to make the water bills go up.
That's going to make our water bills go up. And in 10 years after they build it, the lake's going to do what's called eutrophy, and that is the dying of a lake. That's a scientific term for a lake dying. And the lake will die in 10 years, and we're going to have to build a pipeline to 140 miles in this direction or 180 miles in that direction to bring water in, and that's going to be a multi-million-dollar project with the pumping stations, the pipeline, the treatment facilities for that. So we the taxpayers and ratepayers are going to have to pay that.
You're gonna pay it twice.
Yeah, we're
You're
gonna pay it
in
twice.
your taxes, then you're gonna pay it on your water bill.
Yes, you're right.
I already was talking to people about their water bills, and they're talking about it's too much. I'm paying too much. My husband's asking me why it just went up.
And it's gone up. It's already gone up because Central Arkansas, instead of dealing with this, Wright has been going out here and paying above market value on property. Put a quarter-mile border around the lake, called a riparian zone. But a quarter mile is nothing. But they have already raised everybody's, they call it the meter rate.
Mm-hmm.
So they have already raised that for every ratepayer in the county. They've already raised that
Right.
No, it's not. And yes, I understand that everyone has certain property rights and things like that. But nowhere can you go and do whatever you want to on your property. I own 3 properties out here. I can't go out there and decide I'm going to start running a business out of my house. I can't put a blacksmith shop in there. I can't put, if I own property out there, it's already, they've got laws enforced where I can't put in a wrecking yard. I can't put in a hog rendering plant. They've already got things where you just can't put anything you want on your property.
So no normal person could just do whatever they wanted to do.
No.
With
To
their
try
property.
and sustain
But-
themselves
Right.
or their community.
But a corporate person.
A corporate person.
A
can't.
corporate person can.
Well, around here, I'm going to use some colorful language. Around here, we call that duck hunting and hookers.
What's that?
That's where you take like Judge Buddy Valines, and you take them out here to Stuttgart, the premier duck hunting place in the country. And the leases around there, if you're in a duck club, it's thousands of dollars a year. But as a business owner, I own one of those. So I'm going to take Judge Buddy Valines out there, take him duck hunting. And at the duck camp that I got all the liquor served on, I got it catered, and I got hookers for it. So, and I was in the environmental field, environmental cleanup, and that's how we dealt with Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality. The local OSHA board is we took them duck hunting, and that's how the old boy system works in Arkansas.
That ain't right.
No, it's not. You know, I can't afford to do that.
No, not as a regular person.
But you know, companies and corporations can.
Corporate
And
people, sure.
and we're talking a lot of money. We're talking millions of dollars involved. We got contracts in the company I used to work for. We got multi-million-dollar contracts from the state for taking some guys pheasant hunting up in Nebraska. And, you know, that cost the company about $8,000. And we got millions of dollars in contracts because of it. And
So then it's worth it for them.
yeah, for a company, it's worth it. And that's how it works.
And how'd that
it's
pheasant hunting trip go?
We had to pay $50 a pheasant for the ones they shot, and they shot bags of them. They released the pheasants out of the cage and you shoot the pheasant. That's pretty much what it was. We didn't troop through the woods and stuff. You know, you can't do that when you're rolling drunk. But it was literally a slaughter. They killed about 200 pheasants
That ain't right.
in between the 6 of them. So, you know, that's how you do business.
200 penned up pheasants.
Pinned up pheasants.
The pheasants didn't even have a chance.
Farm raised pheasant.
How did they feel about the birds themselves? Did they have a particular air about how they interacted with the animal, other than shooting it? I mean, did they think it was
You mean
funny?
besides
Did
like
they...
a 5-year-old boy pulling the head off a bird? Not much different.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm talking really calloused. A lot of whooping and cheering and posing for pictures with these, you know, birds spread out all over the place. It was pretty disgusting.
Thanks for your time. You want to plug that radio show one more time?
Yes, KBF 88.3, Occupy Little Rock Radio. It's on Tuesdays from noon to 1 Central Time.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Your name again is?
Mac Miller.
Mac.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice
Pleasure
to
to
meet
meet
you,
you.
man.
All right.